Okay, so right now I have this image. It has the circular part up at the top and this piece down below. But for the three-dimensional part, I don't need those selections. I actually need it from a very straightforward profile. So I'm just going to make a copy off to the side just to have it there. So this one I'm going to take off, this one I'm going to take off. This one I'm more interested in. I'll give it a solid color here so you can see it. And just zoom into it, take the rectangle tool, come down to where it's anchored, and just create the top of it as if you're looking at it from an orthographic view, and that gives you that selection. I'll give that a different color so you can see the difference. And it doesn't matter if it's overlapping or not, it's even better. Select both of them, go to the Pathfinder, and just make it one image, one shape. Okay. Now if I take this into the 3D, it's going to rotate from the wrong direction, so I'm just going to take the Reflect tool and click it and copy it. So now I have it on the opposite side, and now all I need to do is go to the Effect. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to round off this one corner here, right here. So with that point selected, just take the angle widget right there and just curve that right to the side there. So now I have just a little bit of a curve for it. And then just go to taking a look at the top. It's going to have a divot, not a golf divot, but a divot right in the T. So I'm going to take the ellipse tool and create this selection. Now, depending on how you illustrate this, this is where you're trying to change this. So I'll give this a lighter color. And I'm just going to hold the Option right on the anchor point from the middle, and that makes it come right from the center out, so it makes it a little easier. Just select the both of them and just subtract it. So now I have that little edge going down, and you can get as tight or far away as you'd like, but that's just giving you that selection. Now when I do the Effect 3D, just hit Revolve and hit Preview, and now you have this in the selection with the more options. You can see the elliptical shape for it. You can see it's kind of connected here. I can do the shading of this, adding the light sources to it, and it makes this a little more intense as far as the shading. Put a shadow behind it, and that's going to give you the three pieces coming around to the top. If I do the map art, which is the artwork, this is where I have a couple symbols placed in there. So here's the player symbol. You have to click through this to see which one you actually wanted on what surface, and the red keyframe is going to give you that title. So there's the Polaris logo. Just rotate it so now it's going vertical, and just position it through this window onto the front there. So it gives you that selection. And there you have this kind of a customized golf tee. Shade the artwork so it goes through the graphic. Click on there. Again, you have the option to change this. This is where you'd have to rotate it from. You don't want to do it from the window itself, but just to show it to you. And if you go straight away, just do it from the front. There it is as an orthographic view, and that gives you that isometric top there. So it's kind of giving you a number of ways to customize it or just take it straight away from that. And click OK. Now if it needs to be adjusted, I can take the Direct Selection tool, highlight these 2 points, and just extend them, and it'll automatically update as a 3D model. So you can see that the T, just make it a little bit longer and adjust it from that piece. And if you have to do any editing, just go right into the Appearance panel. Click on the 3D highlighted image. It'll show up as a preview. And again, here's the images that you can change. So if you want to modify this through the XYZ coordinate, you can place it right in there. And it makes it set up. Any other type of thing, it'll take you right back to Illustrator to put it in there. So now you have two versions. One is just the straight drawing, and one is a 3D model. They both offer flexibility in a different way. You have to decide as you're designing which one's going to work the best for your solution there, but that's that beginning part.